oh no, Onana. He was dropped from the team against Arsenal. We didn't hear about this in the preseason. Obviously, he had an injury. We heard he was going to be back for the Arsenal game. And then all of a sudden, he's not back. Then all of a sudden, he's not even on the bench. Then all of a sudden, the manager's coming out with statements like, oh, no. Onana's still good, but I picked the 2 better keepers ahead of him because he didn't train a lot. This doesn't make any sense. This, when we talk about making a meal of it, it's like the ostracizing Højlund for no reason. Then you got the Onana. Why isn't Onana on the bench? Like that doesn't make sense. Amorim can explain it away. We'll get into what he said, but this is just a bizarre one. So I'm thinking there might be some smoke as far as him going or us signing a new keeper. But regardless, just a strange move from the manager.
Especially because, how often do you have to switch goalkeepers in a match? It is very, very rare. It does
and he could do it.
No, that's what I'm saying, but it does not happen. I understand the argument of not starting Onana in the first game. If he hasn't had the preseason, he hasn't had the minutes, but not even put him on the bench for a position that almost never has to have a substitute is strange because he's your guy. We spent $50 million on him. He's the guy for now. Maybe there's something going on, but the United has enough work
it happened
to do.
today,
enough
sir.
Work to
it's
do
not like he had a pre-match presser. Like, come on. Like,
well, get to the quote.
No, I'm just no, but I'm saying like there's a pre-match presser before the game. He did not talk about this. Then all of a sudden, day of, like, see ya.
Maybe the Saudis are sniffing.
No, here we go. Here's Amorim.
Is he defensive?
I'm not buying this.
No. I didn't drop on Onana from the squad. I didn't drop one of the other 2 from the squad. So it's not the case of dropping Onana. It's not putting André Onana with just 1 week without seeing a game, without time with training.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, very convincing.
No. I did not drop Onana.
So fired up, boy. What's going on? You selling him?
Come on. Like, he did not say anything about this. If he was injured and he wasn't ready to start, he'd be like, oh, Onana's injured still. He's not ready to play. You would have gotten that before Arsenal. Just like you got the Sesko is ready to play quote from the manager in the pregame presser. You got nothing. Then all of a sudden today, he's out. Not even on the bench. Just dropped. You think Onana's happy about that? Probably not. So something's going on. This is the tea leaves. You got to read the tea leaves. Like, Amorim's got to say what he's got to say, but I think there's something going on with Onana. I think it could be there could be a move. It could be up for grabs. He could be disenfranchised, that they might be going for a keeper all of a sudden now. However they're dealing with it, it's similar like the CDM where we're loaning out Koyer. We don't have a new guy. It's the same thing with Onana getting dropped without having somebody else, and Højlund out of nowhere.
Our backup's out, bro.
We're adding more work that we need to do, and there's not much time left to the transfer window, and I'm just a little concerned. It feels like for every good decision we make, we're just kind of doing these bizarre moves, and it's front office, it's the manager probably backing up the front office and selecting the team and all of this. So it's a little strange. I just have a lot of questions, and I'm sure it's all going to settle, and then Onana will be back in the team. All of a sudden, everything will be all right. But I'm not buying this 100%.
Well, it might just be the last 2 weeks of the window angst where they're trying to keep their options open. I think this is a parallel to how they've treated Højlund, which is like the freeze out, But even in the lead up to the presser around Højlund, he's like, he's our player. He still has a role to play, and then he's not even in the fucking squad. So this is the same thing. Maybe they're trying to keep their options on.
Feels rash.
Maybe their deals, but it feels like we're a little. They've been rash. They've been a little
like
they've
all
been a
over the
little herky
shop.
jerky, bro. On the buy side, we've been quite effective. I've been very impressed with the signings we made and the value, but like the sell side, we're way off it. And the way we played the sales, the way we handled the Garnacho sale has not been effective.
Because this is why you don't chew up 2.5. You don't chew up 45 days on one deal, dude. Like I feel like
and paid what they basically paid what they wanted them to pay.
We started slow, and then we're like, oh, we're actually good at this, and then they got like. I feel like if I had to call it today, it was they were hot on Baleba, and then now they're pivoting to goalie. They were literally like good to get Baleba, and they're like, okay, we're not doing that. Amorim, can you make this work?
Brighton won't work
and
with
he's like, yeah. So he's like, and then he's like, Amorim, do you want us to go for Plan B, CDM, or goalkeeper? And Amorim basically said goalkeeper. Now we're doing goalie. I just feel like something happened. That's why all these moves, or there could be a second bid launch for Baleba, but that's not going to happen because Chelsea's playing to the end. All these Batiste is playing to the end. Everyone's playing to the end. They're going to get all these players on the cheap. They know it. United we're sitting there bleeding out. We're going to be stuck with an incomplete team. We're going to have Onana in net. We're going to have Cass, Ugarte, and we're going to have to just like survive. And why would you do that to this man? You had more time. You could have done it in a different way. And I just feel like there's an order of operations that were just a little discombobulated.